So I bet you're busy planning on studying either a business or finance degree this year, and I can get that you are a bit stressed. So I'm a 5th year student and I'm busy doing my master's in business and accounting, and I thought I'll just share my experience on what I wish I did better in my first year of studying. So how this video is going to be structured is I'm going to be sharing 4 key actionable points that you can take away to maybe plan your year better. For those of you who are new, I'm Conrad and I'm an accounting master's student living in Botswana, and the goal of this channel is to basically give you the tools and help you to be able to pass with your studies. So without further ado, let us get into the video. Right, so there's this misconception that people have about university, and they say that you should become more serious. And that actually brings us nicely to the first point, which is you should get more involved socially, especially in your first year. So there are actually a couple of reasons why I say this. The first one being is that it's going to help you a lot more in your 3rd, 4th and 5th year, because you wouldn't believe like the impact friends have on your ability to study. I mean, some people can just flourish if they have got a friend group that actually could help them with the study materials and also just to keep them accountable. Another reason why this is important is because friends actually give you good memories. I mean, who have you heard in your life they say that, okay, no, when I was in university, it was so nice for me to remember the nights that I spent studying. Like literally that's not the case with anyone. Most of the people tell you about the friends that they met, the experiences they had, the fun that they had. I mean, the times that they could actually remember are the times that they spent with friends. And that is sadly like something that I wish I did more of when I was in university. I was way too serious.
Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye, my friend.
I mean, I was the type of guy that will literally just chill with his girlfriend, go to class, not really meet new people. Also, I'm a bit socially awkward. So, I wish I had that experience with friends. Just like a little tip for you there, right, is just make sure that you actually make time for the gym, because with all the alcohol and everything else that combines, you're gonna pick up a bit of weight. So just watch out for that. When you were in high school, I bet you felt super overwhelmed with like the quantities of work that you had to keep up with. Now, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but university isn't much different. It actually gets worse. Where you would be working through one entire book for a whole year, literally with university, you would be doing that book in a semester or literally like 2 months. Now, this is an example. I'm busy doing my master's in accounting. These are the books that I'm busy using now, and these books are just for 2 months. So this is literally all of the content I need to work through for 2 months. Now, some insiders that I have for you here is plan your term out really nicely. Before you start with your semester, plan out what you're going to do and when. Also, split up your learning into smaller blocks, because it doesn't help you rush everything until the last minute. Usually, if you split it up into small chunks before your exam date, then you'll feel like much more prepared and you won't even stress that much. One thing that I would do that helped me a lot is I would make sure to get my books really early in the semester. Some people just work from lecture notes, and okay, that works for them, but I'm a type of guy that needs to work from a book. So get your books early. So if you're wondering about getting your books secondhand, that's a really good idea. Let me tell you why. Because basically, the previous person went through all that effort to highlight the important things, to go through what the lecturer said was important and mark it like NB, those type of things. So it's really actually a good purchase if you can get a book secondhand, just to get that knowledge and the notes that the previous person used it for. Now, if you manage to do the next point, then you might actually get your exams the night before you write, so then you're really prepared. I'm just kidding for those of you who are now wondering. But the next point is make friends with your lecturer. Now, a little bit of a story time. In my 3rd year, I actually failed one of my law exams. And what I did was I went to my lecturer's assistant and I basically sat down with him to work through the exam paper. Now, bear in mind, if I failed this exam, then I wouldn't progress and wouldn't be permitted to write the final exam. So like this was kinda a big deal. So actually by me reaching out to the lecturer's assistant, you could see that he wanted to help me, you know? And what ended up happening was he helped me get a few marks extra where he saw that, listen, these people marked incorrectly. So it really helps if you're friends with the lecturer, because they will give you like these insights and they'll give you tips, because I mean it's their job to set up the exam papers to prepare you for the big exam. So imagine the type of knowledge they can give you if you're just going to be friendly with them and like build a relationship with them. So it is really important to start thinking about your learning style. How do you learn best? Like in high school, sometimes you just use a cram and forget framework in your mind, and that is basically the night before the time you literally like try and absorb all the information you can, and then you dump it and then you forget it the next day. Trust me, that doesn't work. Something that shifted my mindset from doing this in university was that they would say that, okay, you're studying now to become a professional, whether that be an accountant, a medical professional, or something else. So everything that you learn, you will need to apply someday. It is not like Pythagoras that you just study once and then you forget it for your entire life. And also a way of thinking about it is studying is your full-time job. So actually practice it and try and become better at it. Now that doesn't mean getting A+ results, like getting those 80%ers. That is not really my type of style of how I study, because university is much different than school. They don't really care about your result as per se to 80%. They would just want you to pass, because at the end of the day, all you get is some sort of certificate that says that you passed the program. So speaking about refining your learning style, in this video, I basically try and explain my whole processes that make studying more fun for me. Bear in mind, I'm a master's student, so I've been doing this for a long time, and I've done a lot of research around the concept of gamification. So I hope to see you in the next video, which is going to be popped up here. Cheers.